this throwback holiday episode of the Back and Forth, me and Chanel give you our take on, is it a requirement for co-parents to buy or expect gifts from the other co-parent during the holidays? Let's go. All right, everybody. welcome to the Back and Forth. Chanel, before you so rudely got cut off by your co-host.
Y'all see how he do me?
There was something I saw out there on the social and the medias, and it was a post. And I'll throw it up in the middle of the screen, but I'll read it here. That way the people can feel what I'm about to put out there. And then I'll let you jump in. Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right. So here we go. It said this. It's a post from a lady. It said, "Am I surprised my ex didn't help get me a gift from the kids? No, he didn't do that when we were together. Will that stop me from getting a present from him, from the kids in the future? Also, no. I will be showing my kids what gift giving is, not just receiving. That's parenting."
Aw, bless her heart. She was a little on her feelings.
Yeah, so Chanel, I'd like to hear what you have to say on that. I'm going to put you up on the big screen here. Oh, that's me. There you go. What you got?
There I go. So it sounded like she was a little bit in her feelings, which I get. I'll give her some grace on that. However, the reason I said this may be a learning opportunity is because she has not adjusted her expectations. She's not adjusted her expectations. This man has not acknowledged you for the holidays, hasn't suggested that his children acknowledge you for the holidays. Why would you think he would do it now? And this is where us coaches, this is part of our job, is to help you with these unrealistic expectations. It's unrealistic to think that this man just out the blue has a heart to serve you after y'all are not together. I'm just curious as to where the reality of that came from. Like, what made you think that he would serve you after y'all weren't together? Kev, can you help me out with that?
So, what I have to say in this is this right here. Is there a rule somewhere written in some book that I don't have? Let me check my books. Another one of these books.
No, you're not trying to find a book. I know you're not trying to find a book.
No. So, I didn't see anything in the rule book when I got divorced or when, went to the courtroom or went to talk to a mediator for custody or anything that said that, okay, from now on, all holidays, you are responsible for purchasing a gift for the other parent. I've never seen that in any book. And I think that what happens is there's a sense of entitlement out there that people get caught up in, and it continues to fester after the breakup or after the parents are not together anymore. Because it could have been a boyfriend-girlfriend situation, could have been just a one-night stand, who knows. But why bring your children into this? Yes, I understand what she says. She wants to show her children what giving looks like. Mm-hmm. But you can also do giving amongst yourselves. You may not have had a good relationship with the ex. So to have to think about that now, when the children are smaller, we gotta go out and buy a gift for the other parent. Unless the children come through and say, mommy or daddy, can we buy a gift for mommy, daddy? You're like, oh, sure, no problem. What you want to get her? It's not coming from you. That's from your children. But also, is it fair to put that responsibility, that obligation, that commitment onto your children to make them feel that they have to do that at a young age in the first place? It'd be interesting to hear what you got to say on that one, Chanel.
Yeah, I was when you mentioned that sense of entitlement, I thought, oh my God, that is so good. That is so good because we wonder, where do our children get this sense of entitlement from?
Mm,
But you made an excellent point that now that children are coming from broken families or broken homes. I don't want to say broken families because it probably was broken when they were together, but broken homes. Sometimes people feel like, well, because they hurt me, they owe me this, and so that verbiage, that language of I deserve this and I deserve that is never really articulated, I think, in a healthy way down to the children,
mm,
where now the kids aren't saying, what can I do for you, mom and dad? They're always saying, what can you do for me? Because I
mm,
deserve this. You owe me this. And
mm,
I don't want to go off into another topic, but that
mm,
sense of entitlement is really what we're talking about here.
mm.
He doesn't owe you anything. And so, why do we have this language that we're now passing down to our children? And then we're wondering why we're so frustrated and overwhelmed because they feel like we owe them the world. And if we
Whew.
don't give it to them, then they're going to, you know, they're not going to speak to us or whatever because they felt like we owed them that and they deserve that.
Ooh, man,
Kev, I see you on the tip of your toes right
no,
now, so go ahead.
I'm not saying anything. Chanel, you have said a mouthful, and you said something about at the beginning. You said expectations, and
Mm-hmm.
we as co-parents, we have to learn to adjust our expectations once we are no longer in a relationship with that other parent. Because yes, we have two children. We have children to raise together,
Yeah.
but nowhere down the line are we supposed to be expecting things from the other parent unless it's written in black and white. And if you don't do it, then you're breaking the court order or whatever. However, when it comes to the things that the common decencies, the courtesies, the acts of kindness, everybody's not the same. And we can't expect everybody to think like we think. You saw there what she said is what she said 10 years, something like that. What the years they were together, the
Yeah.
husband didn't do it. So what would make
Mm-hmm.
this person think that that was going to happen now? It became unrealistic expectations that she now has placed upon the children
Yeah.
to have them do it. That person, not to say somebody can't change, but the odds are that person's not going to be trying to worry about. It's not worrying about you right now. Especially if that person got another household they're managing right now too. They're not worrying about you.
Absolutely.
So think about trying to pass that on to your
And
wife or your husband. I got to buy a gift for the ex from the children. And
right.
what if that spouse might be like, my money ain't going there. Small things. But Chanel, I'm thinking I can feel it. I can feel it through the wires and the internets and the social media. I can feel that this may trickle onto other type of holidays too. What you think? Because I'm thinking I can feel you thinking. I can see it burn on your forehead.
Yes, it does trickle on to other holidays. People feel like on Mother's Day, I deserve this and I deserve that. It's nice to have those things on Mother's Day.
Mm,
However, when the person you had children with is not in your life like that anymore, to have an unrealistic expectation that they're going to honor you, it is real. It's nice if they do. It's very
mm-hmm,
generous if they do, but to have the expectation that they supposed to, it's not realistic. Now, one of the things that you mentioned, Kev, that kind of stuck out to me was that, this person having this requirement of them or something like that. One of
mm,
the things I was thinking about, like, how does you getting a gift, how does that have to do with the kids? Like, what does that have to do with the kids? And if we're co-parenting and the thing and the co-parenting relationship is about what's in the best interest of the kid, how is you getting a gift in the best interest of the kid? Like, tell me what that correlation is.
Well, she said, not Kevin. She said, I will be showing my kids what gift giving is, not just receiving. You see, I'm taking back to Christmas. Christmas just left. I'm taking back to Christmas. What's the reason for the season? Jesus is the reason for the season. He was given to us as a gift. We received it. That's a blessing. So where did it go off is now I'm entitled to get something. And so now it looked like if I don't get something in reciprocation for what I did, then it's not felt the same way. So
there it is.
Just transparency here. Here we go. I'm not going to do this. Transparency here. Me and my wife, for the last umpteen years, we established once we got married. This is not the first marriage for either one of us. That when we got married, we were not going to put all that weight on gift giving. The birthdays, the anniversaries, the Christmases, the Mother's Day, all that stuff, the Valentine's Day. We killed that because of the fact that there was so much pressure put on spouses and other individuals were giving gifts that it became almost like a chore. And if you have an account where you're sharing an account with somebody, you know what somebody's spending money, especially if it's on Amazon, you can see what somebody ordered anyway. And so it's not like it's going to be a surprise. So we took all that out of our marriage, and we give gifts to each other all throughout the year. It doesn't matter what for, when, what day. It doesn't matter. You get a gift just because the day is warm outside. You don't need a reason. You give from your heart. And I think that's the part that's missing. It's the heart factor. I'm taking it upon myself to be selfish. I'm going to show my children what gift giving is. So what about at the children at the other parent's house, and they give gifts to each other? They're giving gifts to the other siblings or the stepmother or the grandmother. So just because she didn't get anything, that shows that the kids don't know what gift giving is. I think this whole thing is a whole selfish foolery. You heard me spell it. Spell it. Selfish foolery that this parent is stuck on. And Chanel, I don't want to belabor this point. I think we beat this thing down enough. I think we beat it down enough to show people that, from my standpoint, and I'll let you go over your points again. From my standpoint, that sense of entitlement can ruin future relationships going forward, meaning that you could ruin your children going forward, saying that they have to give gifts to somebody or this is what's expected. The expectations will ruin a lot of things, especially in this instance right here. We got co-parenting going on. And I know from your standpoint, I'll let you go ahead and take it home, but be careful, co-parents. Don't put that pressure on your children. If there's something that you want to do out of the kindness of your heart, go ahead, but leave your children out of this. Remember what Chanel said, what's in the best interest of your children? And Chanel, what you got to wrap it up with?
That's it. Just adjust your expectations. This is just one part of the bigger picture. Adjust your expectations and even in communication. That person may not want to be chatty with you all the time. They might just want to stick to the points. And don't be offended by that. Adjust your expectations that's going to be realistic for effective co-parenting. Not for y'all to be best friends, not for y'all to be in one, having a foot in the door and all this other stuff. Don't do that. Just keep your mindset within the best interest of your children, and you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. And hopefully you have systems in place, you have an order in place, you have things in place that's going to hold you both accountable to doing what is in the best interest of your kids. What, Kev? I'm just being real.
I didn't say anything at all, Chanel. I think you wrapped it up.
You did all these extra gestures and movements and stuff. So
I'm showing you my nonverbals. I'm gonna put a little tight little holiday ribbon on this thing so we can send it home. But before I do, I want to tell you all this. We appreciate you all out there, you viewers out there who are looking at our content and coming back to review it and learning stuff from this. Just make sure that you hit that like, subscribe, and notification button so you know when we're putting this content out there, though. So we appreciate that kindly, and comment that you've been here. Let us know if anything that, if there's anything that, if we're helping you out, hey, just let us know. Just leave a comment down there. But what I want to say is this right here to all my co-parents out there. Make sure y'all stay safe and be blessed. And Chanel?
And put God first. That's it. That's all I got.
Man, look at that. That's how you tied up, Chanel. You did a great job. Thank you for being you. And we out.